Borderlands 4 is a game being developed with the feedback from Borderlands 3 in mind. So a lot of system changes, balance changes, and just overall game philosophy is coming from a lot of that feedback. And one of the really big parts of that is the new quality of life features coming with Borderlands 4. So I want to go over the 5 best quality of life features coming with Borderlands 4 that is going to have some of the biggest impacts on how good Borderlands 4 is on launch. And at number 5, we have spawning your vehicle anywhere. No matter where you are in the open world, if you can use a vehicle there, you can spawn your vehicle directly where you are. You can even spawn it in midair and hop in and just start driving somewhere. We've seen this in other games, specifically other looter shooters. Like in Destiny, you can just spawn your Sparrow wherever you want. But a big difference in Borderlands 4 is that these are still Borderlands vehicles. They still have weapons. They're still customizable. There's going to be a lot of different customization in these different vehicles, and there's going to be a bunch of different vehicles to choose between. There's going to be 4 on launch, and we're getting new ones pretty early on within future updates to the game, and we're getting them pretty frequently as well. And this is going to be a massive quality of life feature in Borderlands 4 because the game is much more open. We're going to have these massive zones with no loading screens in them. There's going to be a lot more open world content with a lot more reasons to just stay in this big open world. So being able to spawn your vehicle anywhere and quickly move from point to point or go to a quest or go to a boss, it's just going to feel so much better than previous Borderlands games and so much better than having to go to a catch a ride station to spawn in your vehicle. And at number 4, we have no more talking to Lilith, aka mission rewards being sent to your inventory. So in Borderlands 4, we have the new Echo 4 companion robot that one of their main features is going to be drawing a line to the objectives you need to go to and basically being our helper. And one of the things they're going to be doing is that they have a little window in your inventory right next to your character sheet where you'll see Echo 4, and there'll be a little reward section below him where you can go and pick up your mission rewards. So pretty much any mission or quest or anything you pick up in Borderlands 4, once you complete it, that reward will be sent to Echo 4 instead of you needing to go talk to the NPC, so you won't need to drive back or teleport back or anything like that. The reward will just be sent to Echo 4. And not only that, but you don't need to pick up or open the reward right when you get it. You can actually just keep it on Echo 4. And I'm not sure if there's going to be any crazy things like trying to keep all of your rewards to where it'll like scale up to what level you open it at. I'm not sure how any of those specifics are going to work, but just the fact that you don't have to go back to an NPC to pick up the rewards for a mission you just completed is not only just going to save you a bunch of time, but the quality of life is massive with this, just allowing you to stay in combat, because a lot of these big quality of life things in Borderlands 4 are just going to allow you to stay in combat and stay in the actual gameplay of Borderlands 4 instead of doing the more tedious elements like loading or going back to an NPC or all of these different things. So this is another really big one that you're going to just feel while playing the game. And at number 3, we have no refarming of endgame gear. And this is some new information specific to the endgame. So once you get into the endgame of Borderlands 4, so once you complete the main campaign, you'll unlock the ultimate Vault Hunter mode, which is the endgame difficulty for Borderlands 4. And once you get into Ultimate Vault Hunter rank 1, which will be rank 1 out of 5, there will be 5 total ranks. Once you get into just Ultimate Vault Hunter, that gear you'll be farming will be the same item level or gear score or base power. It will be the same no matter what rank of Ultimate Vault Hunter you're in. So let's say you farm the exact same weapon with the exact same rolls in Ultimate Vault Hunter rank 1 and Ultimate Vault Hunter rank 5. That would still be the exact same weapon. In a lot of previous Borderlands games, as you got into higher difficulties, the items would just have higher base damage. So essentially just like a higher gear score or higher item level. So it would technically just be better. But there's none of that in Borderlands 4. So as you're progressing the endgame difficulty ranks, you don't have to just keep refarming sets of gear for every new rank. If you get crazy lucky in Ultimate Vault Hunter rank 1 and you have the weapon roll you want, you're going to just continue using that in the entirety difficulty of the endgame. And this is just a massive quality of life because you don't have to go refarm items just to get like higher base damage or higher item levels or something like that. And this is a much bigger quality of life than I think a lot of people realize, because Borderlands 4 is already going to have some of the craziest RNG of any Borderlands game with the licensed part system. So not having to refarm them just for like some power increase is absolutely massive. And at number 2, we have what I think will be the most loved quality of life feature when it comes to the end game of Borderlands 4, and that's mission and boss resetting. So for basically every mission in the game and pretty much every boss in the game, you will be able to use Moxxi's big encore machine to reset that boss or mission for easy replayability. So instead of like previous Borderlands games, or if you want to say go refight a boss over and over and over again, you would essentially have to go kill the boss and then go back to the main menu, load back in, go back to the boss arena, defeat the boss, rinse and repeat. And that's been a legitimate staple since Borderlands 1. And the biggest issue with that is that the majority of your playtime is in menus. It's in the main menu and it's in loading screens. So a lot of your playtime is actually not playing the game. But in Borderlands 4, you'll have these machines that you can just go click on and it will reset the boss or reset that mission. Now it seems that this is going to work a little bit differently for bosses and missions. For missions, it sounds like it's going to be just completely free. For bosses, it sounds like it's going to use cash for all of the normal bosses, but there will also be a weekly boss chosen for the big encore machine where you can also use Iridium to reset that boss, and that will give you the weekly version of that boss that's buffed up with more abilities, but it'll give you a lot more drops. But at a baseline, just being able to go click on a machine and say reset a boss is one of the biggest quality of life additions in the entirety of the franchise. And at number 1, we have my personal favorite quality of life addition coming to Borderlands 4, and that's the ability to create level 30 characters with the campaign completed. So how this is going to work is that once you complete the main campaign of Borderlands 4, you'll on average be around level 30 to 35, and that will allow you to go into Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, which is essentially the endgame difficulty. So it'll be rank 1 to 5, and you'll have to do a bunch of challenges and different things to unlock more ranks of Ultimate Vault Hunter, but it seems that just getting into the first rank of Ultimate Vault Hunter, you'll basically just need to complete the main campaign. Now, once you get into Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, you'll be able to go create new Vault Hunters as a level 30 character with the main campaign completed. Now, pretty much all of the world on that new character will be uncompleted, so you can go progress throughout the entirety of the world, starting in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, because since at level 30 will have the campaign completed, you will start in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, and since the campaign is completed, you won't have to go do that, but you can go back and replay the missions mission by mission with Moxxi's Encore machine if you want to do that. But this is essentially a feature that just allows you to create new characters at a much higher level with the campaign completed, so you can just start new characters in the end game. You'll have to get the 20 additional levels, but everything else will be unlocked. All the end game systems will be unlocked, and you can just start farming up the best gear for that character in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. As someone who primarily likes trying out new builds and the build crafting of Borderlands games, this is the best thing possible. Also, as somebody that makes YouTube videos, this is incredibly good for just being able to create new characters and make new build videos on new Vault Hunters. So this is my personal favorite quality of life addition, but all 5 of these are going to have massive impacts on your gameplay in Borderlands 4. But that's all I want to go over, so thanks for watching.